These officials are licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and been assigned this contest by the South Dakota High School Activities Association.
It's time for Mitchell Kernel football live here on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports. I am Lyle Johnson, joined by Tyler Yunke as we get set for the Kernel Bowl here between the Mitchell Kernels and the Brookings Bobcats. Here, Mitchell coming in with a record of 1-0 on the year. They knocked off Douglas last week, 57-0. Sturgis knocked off Brookings last week, 21-26. As part of the festivities here, I believe we're getting the skydivers coming in here, delivering in the game ball. Everybody's looking up and trying to find all the skydivers, but Mitchell trying to find them all. Mitchell 57-0 last week over Douglas. A good start for the Kernels. They had that kind of start last year, but I do believe this is going to be a better Mitchell Kernel football team this year. I think it's one of the better offensive lines that we've had since Mitchell won the state championship back in, I want to say it was like 16 or 17. Yeah, it's been a while now. In there. Yeah.
But speaking to that point, the offensive line being a lot better. The net rushing stats from yesterday for all the guys is it was consistent. There wasn't a lot of negative yardage going down the field, and long runs and consistent runs. The running backs were always getting 3 and 4 yards every time they carried the ball, and then those guys were also making people miss once they got into that second level for the long explosive plays as well.
And that's what's going to be the name of the game for the Kernels this year. They completely changed the way that they run their offense. New offensive coordinator, Brent Olson, coming over from Mount Vernon Plankington, was their head coach for many years. Now one of the assistant head coaches and the offensive coordinator for the Kernels. Definitely going to bring more power running game than what we've seen over the last handful of years here for the Kernels. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to run the ball. It's going to be 3 yards in a pile of desk kind of thing. But I do think we have some good players. Like I said, we have a really good offensive line anchored by the left tackle, just a sophomore, Owen Shelsky, 6'6", 265. You have to watch him if you're a Kernel fan, because he is extremely big. He's very physical. Just a sophomore, he could go places for the Kernels in the long run. And also, you have another on the left side completely. Left guard Aiden Wood just completely rechanged his whole body in the off season to be just a more stronger kid. I mean, he's breaking school records for his weightlifting.
Yeah, I heard that too.
So I mean, it's really good to see that. Just to have a good offensive line is, especially when you're having a game or running an offense like this, it's key to have a really good offensive line.
Yeah, and even like you said, just speaking to that point, the smallest guy out there is Mason Fosness at 230.
Yeah,
playing right tackle, and he is. What he lacks for in size, he makes up in speed. He is great making reach blocks out there, making the right side of the line much more, able to turn the corner a lot better out there. And then, Owen Kaufman and Briar Stock fifth off the offensive line. And, a couple first-time starters there, but the rushing statistics against Douglas show that they are capable. And, looking forward to the exciting things. The offense is going to be led by the offensive line.
Yep. And the defense, Douglas, like I said, isn't the greatest team. It's going to be a little bit more tested here tonight against Brookings. Brookings coming in, even though they lost to Sturgis, they're still a good team. They're a playoff team last year. Got an extremely good tight end, Bergen Tetzlaff. He's going to go D1.
Yep.
He's 6'5", 234 pounds. tight end. He also plays linebacker for the Bobcats. Probably one of the best players in the state at any position this year. So the defense for Mitchell is going to have their hands full. One of the players that we got to have to talk about a little bit here is a guy that played his first football game since he was I want to say a 7th grader. It was either 7th or 8th grade, Colton Smith. From the basketball court, 6'5", 205 senior, number 7 for Mitchell. And last week, 2 interceptions, one return for a touchdown. But Coach Larson, I spoke to him earlier this week. He said neither one of those times he was in the right position. So that he was supposed to be in. So
yeah, what he doesn't know in knowledge, he makes up for in athleticism.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
he's going to improve by leaps and bounds throughout the year as he gets taught up all the things he needs to do. And
like you said, he's athletic. Yeah, I mean that can make up for a lot of things here on the football field, as if he can show his athleticism. He can make plays like that. Recover a little bit if he does make a little bit of a mistake.
Yeah, and he'll be a great guy to face off with Tetzloff. They use him. They use him everywhere. Tetzloff. He accounted for all 3 touchdowns for Brookings in the first week of the year. He caught 2 and ran for 1. So, yeah, with the athleticism Smith brings to the field, he'll really be able to hopefully slow down Tetzloff in the receiving side of the game.
The 2 quarterbacks this year. For Mitchell, first off, Jackson Hartman. He started quite a bit last year when T.J. Jellis was hurt. Got a lot of playing time. He's definitely more of the runner. So, I mean, he's more of a runner, so this kind of offense is going to fit his style. Where he's going to be successful is in this kind of offense. For Brookings, Gavin Anderson, he had a couple of touchdowns against Sturgis last week, but again, when you have a receiver like Bergen Tetzloff, that helps out a lot. Plus, they have some other receivers. They got some good. Ben Schulte, just a sophomore, as their running back. Here comes you can hear they're starting to see the skydivers coming in with the game ball. They're still waiting on that. They must not have jumped out of the plane on time. Yeah, as opposed to according to the time here tonight. But Corey Odlin sent out, but that's all right.
That's all right. I was going to say, and speaking to that Corey Odlin, he's busy day today. I mean, he did a great job running these. Just the effort that goes into doing something like this, him and his athletic staff throughout the whole school district up and down, they need a very big congratulations to put this all on every year.
So far, it's perfect for the Kernels today. Knock on wood. The Tennis won their first match. They beat Aberdeen Central. They're actually playing still against Brandon Valley. We don't have an update on that yet. But boys and girls soccer both defeated Huron. The girls won 6-0. The boys won 4-3. And then the first time I got to go into the new gym, I went over and watched the volleyball match, and Mitchell won 3-0 over Pierre. So it's awesome to have that new facility over there, and we've been watching it being built the last couple of years, but now being able to take that and watch the games in that new facility, very nice. It was very cool, and Kernels got the win against the Lady Governors.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, everything nice and close now. Everything stays pretty well on campus, as you'd say now for the high school. So
we'll see how basketball goes. Yeah, they'll have a few games over there for the basketball, but obviously wrestling, gymnastics, volleyball, all going to be over at the new high school. I think there's scheduled to have a handful of basketball games over in the new facility this year. The rest of them going to be at the courthouse. And here comes the skydiver coming in, landing right there in mid-center field. Just missed the I think he was a little off the mark.
By my eye, he did about as good as he did first. Because I don't want to be the one having to do it. I know that.
I always thought it would be fun, but then I seen the weight restrictions on it, and I was like, I can't. Apparently, I can't do it.
Yeah. No, I'm a little too afraid of heights to jump out of a plane. Something about giving up on something that's working perfectly fine. Just don't sound right.
There must be a second one coming. Everybody's still looking up. Defensive side for Mitchell here this year. Again, they're playing a 3-5-3 defensive formation. On the line, Rocky Clark, Owen Shelsky, and Briar Stott, the defensive linemen. Linebackers, Colton Smith, Mason Kemp, Logan Bessler, Caden Allen, Luke LeBrun. The 5 linebackers, and then the 3 defensive back, Lawson LeBrun, Kendon Skinner, and Kyson Herman for Mitchell here this year.
Yeah, and the kind of amoeba defense they play here is a really good fit for all these guys. Obviously, you got Owen Shelsky and Rocky Clark, the big guys up front, clogging everything up, clogging up the power run game. But everybody else listed is pretty well between 200 and all the interior players are between 190 and 200 pounds. Yep. So running that 3-5-3 umbrella defense works really well for Mitchell. And here comes the second skydiver. Third. Oh, he hits the mark there.
Hits the for Mitchell on the offensive side, their quarterback Jackson Hartman, running backs Logan Bessler, Luke LeBrun, and Mason Kemp, tight end Colton Smith, the receiver Kendon Skinner, and offensive line Owen Shelsky at left tackle. Left guard is Aiden Wood. Owen Kaufman shifting over to center. Actually, Wood shifted from center to left guard. And Briar Stock, the right guard, and Mason Fostis, the right tackle. We'll go and we'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the Brookings Bobcats starters. After this, you're watching Mitchell Kernel football on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships.
When it's one on, right? Yes. Okay.
To serving your community. Choose
Try to avoid an incident.
that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there.
100%
We'll be there. Convenient,
Color guard
connected,
tonight
committed.
consists of the following:
Bank West, member of
Ross
the
Whaley,
Think your Wi-Fi is fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just
Linda
pure
Holmes.
absolute
My charger.
speed. How much speed?
Auxiliary
Mitchell
Channel
Telecom
18.
Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Proper respect, face the flag, move your hat or cap, and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may also salute the flag.
To exceeding
Ladies and gentlemen,
expectations.
our national anthem.
To serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there. We'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Think your Wi-Fi is fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Tonight's national anthem, sung by the Mitchell School District's kids, grades 3 through 12 here at Joe Quintal Field, as we get set for the Mitchell Kernels and the Brookings Bobcats here during the Kernel Bowl here, as Mitchell 1-0 on the year, Brookings 0-1 on the year. We'll take a look at we've mentioned already the Kernels starting lineup. We'll take a look at the Brookings Bobcats starters. On the offensive side, on the offensive line, left tackle, number 53, Ty Jaeger, 6 foot, 215-pound senior. Left guard, Brady Caraway, 5'11", 215-pound, number 60 senior. At center, number 78, Dylan Reynolds, 6'1", 265-pound senior. Right guard, number 71, Michael Nelson, a 6'2", 235-pound senior. And at right tackle, Carson Lohr, 6'3", 225-pound senior. In the backfield, running back number 28, Ben Schulte, 5'9", 185-pound sophomore. And at fullback, number 22, Jay Harris. He's a 6 foot, 205-pound senior. At tight end, Bergen Tetzloff, 6'5", 234-pound senior. And the wide receivers, number 2, Alex Wayman, 6'3", 190-pound senior, and Ezra Idem, 5'11", 165-pound junior. And at quarterback, number 11, Gavin Anderson. He's a 6 foot, 180-pound senior. On defense, nose tackle, Zach Hageman, number 52. Defensive tackle, Carson Lohr. Defensive ends are Blake Cannigator and Owen Hope. At linebacker, number 22, Jay Harris. Number 10, Bergen Tetzloff. Number 3, Cash Sather. And 6, Otto Eidsness. At safety, Kingston Schneider, number 19. And at corner, number 15, Jones Huttimer. And number 4, Gus Armenta. As they get set for the
Brookings wins the toss. The first of the second half.
Brookings wins the toss, and they defer. And the Kernels, so the Kernels will receive first. And the Kernels will be going left to right on your TV screen. As the Kernels, in his third year, Pat Larson, he's assisted by Brett Olson, Trevor Krugman, Dustin Bergmeyer, Parker Grosjean, Ben Zebart, Sterling Dockweiler, Drew Skolden, Cole Siegfried, and Isaiah Olson. For Brookings, in his first year, Carter Gordon. He's assisted by Cole Ratterman, Tyler Schneider, Connor Landberg, Darren Moore, Brandon Lampe, Austin Koenig, Cole McGowan, Jim Van Flyman, Gus Miller, and Carson Dogan. Our officials for tonight's game: Brian Wedham, your referee; Brian Young, Rusty Keith, Kevin Diner, and Jay Kusler. As Kernels will be looking to receive the opening kickoff. Back deep, they have 3 guys back. Kendon Skinner, number 2, and the man in the middle, along with Keenan Allen, number 32, and Samari Watt right, number 82. He's on the far side. Kicker for Brookings is Drew Johnson. He's a 5'11", 175-pound senior. We get set for the home opener here for the Kernels. It's the Kernel Bowl here at Joe Quintal Field. Kernels looking to go 2-0 on the year. They've only won 1 game last year, looking to double that here tonight with this win, with the game here against Brookings. And we are underway. Kick is going to go over the head of Skinner, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Kernels will start at their own 20-yard line. It's hard to know where they start anymore, though. I always have to remember. High school is still the 20, college is the 30, or 25, and NFL is 35. Yeah, except to get a touchback. Oh, yeah. Keeps us on our toes that way. Yeah. Even the referees are confused. The umpires marked it at the 25. They must be college officials. So the Kernels come out. Double wing formation. That's what we're going to see a lot. Hartman under center. Here comes a man in motion. Hartman, I believe, is just going to take that himself. And he just goes nowhere. Maybe a yard.
Tried to run a little reverse pivot quarterback sneak and didn't have any luck there. The Brookings Bobcats with a big nose tackle. Oh, I'm missing his number here. Number 52. Yeah, Hageman. He did a nice job there. Took on 2 guys and really clogged up the center of that. The center of the offensive line for the Kernels.
Now 2 players in the backfield. Hartman in under center. Going to be a pitch out and going to be a gain of just a couple with the Luke LeBrun. Gain of 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Kernels on this opening drive.
Tried to hit a little quick toss play there, tried to get the Bobcats out of clogging up the middle of that line. Yeah, nice pursuit there by the corner, number 15.
3rd down and 7.
15, Dan Jones. Hunter, he really held contained there, and it was cleaned up nicely by Otto Etnis.
Skinner out wide left. And official stop. Hey, I'm not sure what that.
Tetzloff just went off the field there. Looked like he might have had a bloody nose or something.
So they had to make a quick substitution for Brookings. Coming in, number 36, Steven Anowski. Hartman takes the snap. Now he's looking to throw this time. Throwing over the middle. It's going to be behind the receiver, and it falls incomplete. Mason Kemp out of the backfield. Just threw it a little bit behind him. He had the man, just Mason not able to turn back in time to make the catch. And it'll be a 3 and out for the Kernels on their opening possession.
Nice design play with the seam with a little seam out there by the receiver, and he just a little behind it, not able to put it right in his number, but nice opening start to the Kernels there with the ability to throw the ball.
Ethan Plant, 6'4", 170-pound sophomore, the punter for the Kernels, gets a nice spiraling kick. It's going to take a Kernel bounce down to the 44-yard line of Brookings, and that'll be where they have their first possession here to start the ball game.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the step up in competition here for the Kernels. The offensive line and the running backs weren't quite ready for the step up in competition, but make a few adjustments here on the sideline. The offensive coordinator Olsen will get things squared away, kind of figure out where they need to attack this Bobcats defense. Our first look at the Kernel defense this year.
Shotgun formation, Anderson with Schulte to his left. Schulte gets the handoff. He's got a little bit of a hole. He tries to break a tackle, but he's going to be brought down after about a 4-yard gain. And coming up, making the tackle was Kendon Skinner from the defensive back. And actually, I think Schulte's actually still down on the ground.
Schulte on the carry.
After the 4-yard gain, after the 5-yard gain.
Aiden Skinner, number 22. Lawson Broom. He's been all set up again, or still got this moving?
Player still down on the ground. I was thinking it's Schulte. I didn't see anybody else over there on the ground for Brookings after the play was done.
I didn't either. Nice quick hitting play, just a straight kind of isolation play for the Bobcats. Double team the defensive tackle for the Kernels. I think they double teamed Rocky Clark there and got him his shoulders turned a little bit, and then Schulte with a nice quick run.
It is Schulte, and he's getting helped off. Lower body injury. Not sure if it's a ankle, knee, or what it is, but
yeah, it looks a little ginger on his left leg there.
Yeah, so he's going over to the sideline. So now coming in, didn't catch the number of who was coming in for Brookings at running back. But Anderson in shotgun with the running back to his left. Going to be a swing pass out. He's wide open. No one was covering. Number 14 makes the catch. Ezra Iden, big game. No one was covering the slot receiver. He just got the ball, and he just took off, and he had no one touching him from 20 yards down the field. It's a gain of 25, down to the 30 of the Kernels.
Yeah, it almost seems like a misalignment by the Kernels there, not having somebody lined up over top of him. Then, yeah, just one quick block, and away he goes for the nice 20-yard gain.
The new running back, Otto Eidesness, number 6 for Brookings. Anderson hands it off to Eidesness, and he's hitting the backfield, and he's going to get lucked up for a 2-yard loss. Good job coming in, making the stop right away. He was number 60 for the Kernels, Rocky Clark, with a nice play by the nose tackle. Nice job there by that Kernels defensive line, just stopping the penetration. That Brookings has had a lot of success there, just moving the line of scrimmage about 1.5 yards, and then the running backs and the quarterbacks have all sorts of room to operate, and puts a lot of stress on the backside of the defense. 2nd and 12. Anderson gets the snap, hands it off, and going to be a good size, good gain of about 8 yards by number 4, Gus Armenta. Gets it down into the 24. It's going to be 3rd and 4 here on this opening possession for the Bobcats. Yeah, nice little trap play there by the Bobcats. Was really able to spring Armenta free there with that pulling blocker from the right guard. Now they have Tetzlaff in the backfield. He's going to take it himself. He's just going to power his way. He's going to get the first down, but he goes all the way down up to the 17-yard line. It'll be first down for the Bobcats as Tetzlaff was lined up in the backfield, and that was just a straight run
7 yards
for him. He just used his power just to go and get that extra yardage.
Oh, is that the Kernel?
Yeah, nice play design there by the Bobcats, just getting the ball in their best players' hands.
Yeah. So now Armenta to the left of Anderson, 2 receivers to the left. Tetzlaff on the right side. Anderson looking to throw, and he's going to get dropped. Coming in from the blitz. Coming in and getting the sack. Going to drop him for about a 6-yard loss on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 16. Huge play there by LeBron. Just nice defensive play call there as well. They they stunted a little bit. They sent one of the defensive linemen outside to take up the tackle's vision, and then LeBron came from his linebacker position on that straight edge blitz, and yeah, Anderson never saw it coming. Now receivers over to the right. Man in motion goes over to the right as well. Anderson rolls out to his right, throws it over the middle. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be Tetzlaff down to the 10. It's going to be 3rd and about 2. When in doubt. Yep. Yeah, Tetzlaff with a nice little flat route there. And yeah, nice 13-yard pickup there for the Bobcats. And yeah, Anderson, yeah, just...
Oh, that was Kernel 10 yards.
Yeah, just look
3rd down.
Look for your best player, just like we've been saying the whole time.
Here we go again, the same formation, just a big formation. Tetzlaff looking just to take it himself. He's going around the left side. He's going to go in for the score. Bergen Tetzlaff with a 10-yard touchdown run, and the Brookings get on the board first with 5:56 remaining here in the first quarter. It's 6-0 Brookings.
Yeah, just a great, well-designed play there. Like you said, they brought in that big package, so everybody turns and looks inside thinking that they're just going to power run it inside, and then Tetzlaff is looking outside the whole time, kind of a little read option play, and yeah, he just scoots around the corner.
Extra point is up and good. With 5:56 remaining, it's Brookings 7, Mitchell nothing. We'll be back. You're watching Mitchell Kernel Football on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West. Member FDIC.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Kickoff is going to be short. It's going to be fielded by Wright at about the 13-yard line, and he's going to get stopped just past the 15th. They're going to mark it at the 18-yard line, and that'll be where the Kernels will start this drive here with 5:48 remaining.
Kickoff
Here in the first quarter. Yeah, here the Kernels get something going here on offense, even if it is just a couple first downs to kind of slow down that Brookings offense that was clicking on all cylinders on that play. It was a 9-play, 56-yard touchdown for Brookings, capped off by a 10-yard touchdown run by Bergen Tetzlaff. Brookings, the extra point was good by Drew Johnson, and it's 7-0 Brookings. Here comes a handoff up the gut, drop for after a 2-yard gain I believe it was Bessler.
Bessler on the carry. Gain of 2. Tetzlaff on the tackle.
Yeah, the Mitchell offensive line here. The center of that Mitchell offensive line not getting much push up front up against the tank team of Hanneman and Lohr from Brookings. They're doing a fantastic job bottling everything up. And they're almost in more of a bare front look than they are a traditional 4-3. They got those tackles squished really down in there tight.
Well, it's going to be a little bit of reverse. LeBrun's got it. Dusts it over. The ball comes loose, and it's going to be... I think it went out of bounds. I think the Kernels caught a break. Ended up getting out of bounds, but LeBrun, a little bit of a reverse on the option play.
Yeah, just a staple of a double wing where they hand it off to the fullback, and then they reverse it back to the wing coming back across the formation. And LeBrun, yeah, nice, fantastic 5-yard run there by LeBrun, but yeah, losing control of the football at the end there right before he gets down.
Fortunately, it went out of bounds. It sets up 3rd and 3 for the Kernels. Now 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. In shotgun is Hartman. And it's going to be a quick pitch inside to LeBrun. He's got a hole down the left side, across the 40. Nice, they're actually going to go on the pass. There's a forward little shuttle pass to Luke LeBrun.
Yeah, nice.
On the theory, 8 of 16.
Going to get him out to, they're at the 25. It goes for a
16-yard gain. Nice.
Yeah, 17-yard gain.
First down.
Nice play design there by Olsen. And yeah, really caught them off guard with the shovel pass. And yeah, definite throwing down in distance, and they catch Brookings off guard by running the football there. Well, essentially running the football.
Back under center is Hartman. This time he pitches it out and trying to find a hole, just gets swallowed up after about a 2-yard gain. Was Bessler. And he was tackled by Jay Harris with the tackle after a gain of 3.
Oh, that's Kernel 45.
Yeah, that's good play design there by the Kernels, but a nice play by the outside linebacker, number 22 Harris. Yeah, they had 3 guys leading them up front. One of them has to look outside to try to get that kick out block to free up Bessler for a big gain there.
This time Hartman's going to try to keep it himself, and he's going to get swallowed up in the backfield. Going to be a big loss there for the Kernels. Loss of 4 yards. And those Harris again.
Yep, that's just...
And he's coming from the opposite side of the line. Hartman went to the left side, and Harris had to go across the line, and he found him and
got the loss. Yeah, Harris, he's playing really aggressive out there from his outside linebacker's position. He's not respecting the Kernel pass game at all, diving in hard, and then a little bit of slow developing play, and he didn't get confused by all the motion, and he was able to bring him down in the backfield.
Setting up the screen, Bessler has it. He's across midfield and right about midfield. Actually, there's a fumble on the play. Bessler lost it. It looks like Brookings is going to recover it. I have not seen the official word yet.
I have not either.
Brookings is saying it was going to be, no, they do say it's going to be fourth down. They're saying Bessler was down. Brookings was going crazy like they recovered the fumble.
Bessler did take a big hit there at the end of that play, but brings up something really manageable here at midfield for Mitchell here. Just a 4th and 2. You'd expect them to really kind of line up close, bring that formation in. They've been splitting the receiver way out wide. They're going to keep doing that.
Skinner to the right. Hartman under center. Hartman again trying to keep it himself, and he's going to get the first down. He's up to about the 45-yard line. That time, good, just hard work there by Hartman. He looked like he might have got pulled up. That was the same play they ran the first play of the game. This time he was able to get the 5 yards and get the first down.
Just a reverse pivot quarterback sneak is what it is. And yeah, the initial push by the Brookings Bobcats stopped the offensive line dead in their tracks. But Hartman keeping his feet moving and the offensive line getting a secondary push to pick up that first down. Nice job by everybody up the middle of that Kernel offense.
Time handoff comes over, getting it across the 40. He's got some room down across the 30, inside the 25. First carry for Hayden Allen. A big gain for him. He's down to the 26-yard line. They mark it. It's 14 yards.
The play for the Bobcats by Kingston Schneider.
First and 10 for the Kernels. Kernels a good drive going here after giving up Brookings' score on the first drive of their first possession. When Brookings needs to call a timeout, Coach Conrad wants to figure it out. Mitchell's got things going. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back. You're watching Kernel football on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Kernel's doing a good job moving the ball on their second possession. First possession went 3 and out, but they've already gone from they started at the 17. They're on 17 and now down to the 26 of Brookings.
And a lot of credit to Jackson Hartman and that backfield altogether. It's not an easy install, that double wing, in one season. And they are running it pretty crisp. Hartman, we haven't had a lot of handling fumble. We've put the ball on the ground a few times, but that was much more of a tackling, getting carried to the ground with the ball. But very good ball handling here by Hartman and the running backs so far.
The run in motion, hand off to Allen right up the middle, and he's met right at the line. Going to be no gain, if not a yard loss. Actually, it was Bessler again with the carry, and it is a yard loss. So it brings up 2nd and 11. That was hard yard running right up the middle. Bessler not getting very many yards, running up the gut.
Yeah, that's Zach Hageman, number 52 for the Bobcats, and Carson Lohr, number 70. They are doing a great job up against the front three of Wood, Kaufman, and Stock. They're having a hard time getting those two gentlemen moved out of the way.
Hartman looking to throw. He's got a man. And he just overthrew it, but he had to because Tetzlaff was right there. He had Allen open, but Tetzlaff he was coming over, and he was reading that one pretty well. And luckily, it just went out of the hands, went over his head, and then unfortunately, it went over the head of Allen as well.
Yeah, it was a well-placed ball by Hartman. He needs to run a little bit flatter out there, but like you said, Tetzlaff was there making a nice play, and Hartman threw it about the only place he could. And then, Allen tried to adjust for the ball, but just wasn't able to come up with the big hard catch.
So now 3rd and 11. LeBron reverses it. With it is Allen. Allen gets it down towards the 20-yard line. That's going to set up. See where they mark it. Maybe mark it at the 21.
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
They marked it at the 21, so that means it's going to be 4th and 4 for the Kernels.
It's a nice, good hard run there by Allen to pick up those yards. Those last couple yards were all on him. Nice job sealing the right side of that play there by Fosness. Nice seal block at the right tackle.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Quick moving first quarter. Here at Joe Quintal Field in the Kernel Bowl. It's the Brookings Bobcats 7, the Kernels 0. We'll be back. You're watching Mitchell Kernel Football on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure, absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Members for years to come. We are proud to recognize Bank West for outstanding support of Kernel athletics and activities. Joining us today from the Mitchell District board members,
4th and 4.
And Sean Rummel.
Snap to Hartman. He's looking to throw. He's going to the left. Ooh, that could be flag. Oh, no, a lot of contact, but no flag. Skinner, the intended receiver. Wow, that was a lot of contact the whole entire way.
Yeah, number 14, Ezra Adam over there.
The Mitchell School District.
Yeah, I guess they give him the benefit of the doubt because he benefited of the doubt turning his head around. But yeah,
Please join us in showing your.
He didn't give Skinner much of a chance to come down with that ball. Just kind of shielded him and wasn't able to.
They are recognizing Bank West for their contributions to the school district in the scoreboard, the new video board here at the Joe Quintal, and then also the new video boards and scoreboards in the new gymnasium. So thanks to Bank West for that. That helps us out. And now it's Brookings with the ball, and they get the handoff, and going to be a gain of about 3 yards by Armetta. They started at their own 21.
Good job out there by number 5. Tyson Herman out there kind of keeping it contained from his corner position. Slowed down Armetta enough there to kind of let the outside linebackers get out there and make a nice tackle for him. Both teams utilizing very wide splits for their wide receivers to open up the inside of the field.
And the who's on the ground, and it's going to be, Mitchell says they got it. They do. Recovery, a big play there for the Kernel defense. Anderson not able to handle, tried to get the ball to the running back. They both lost control of it, and I didn't see who ended up with the recovery for the Kernels, but Mitchell has it at their own 20-yard line. They hit the Brookings 20-yard line.
I think it was they were trying to run a little read option right there, just the traditional read option you see where the running back's going to kind of run up and through the 2 or 3 hole, and then the quarterback tried to pull it and the running back tried to keep it, and then the ball ended up on the ground. And very fortunate for the Kernels here. Great opportunity to tie this ball game up.
Hartman pitches it out. Trying to cut it back, Kemp. Kemp's going to gain about 2 yards on the play. His first carry of the game.
Kemp on the carry for gain of 2. On the tackle, number 36.
It'll be 2nd and 8.
Straight toss play there. Number 26, Mason Mathis for the Bobcats, doing a great job just not allowing anything to get outside of him. And that slows the whole thing up. Slows the whole play up with Kemp trying to quick get a speed sprint to the outside. He's not able to, having to make that man miss. And then the rest of the defense able to get him knocked down and slowed up and tackled and brought down for the short gain.
Hartman, nice handle up the middle. This time Kemp again. This time, good job. Shelsky came over and on the pull from the left tackle position, helped build that hole. And it's going to be now spotted at the 12, so it's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Kernels at the Brookings 12.
It's a good eye there, Lyle, seeing that offensive lineman pull over there. Mitchell's had about their best success running the ball, adding another blocker at the point of contact. And most of their run plays have been on either a trap play or a pulling play.
Here Kemp again. Ooh, this time he's met hard, and he's going to be a yard short. He was hit. I think it was Tetsoff that came up and made the hit.
Yeah, good hard run there and a nice hard tackle there by Brookings.
Bergen Tetzlaff in on the tackle.
Offensive line not able to get a little bit of a push there. And then the defensive line doing a great job standing up and not giving up ground, allowing their linebackers to dive through and see where the running backs are leading with the ball.
So here we go, 4th and 1 from the 11. Hartman under center. Allen in motion. Just going to run it right up the middle with Bessler, and he's not going to get it. He's going to be stopped just short. About a half a yard short, and Brookings will take over after the 3 and out for the Kernels.
So on the carry.
Yeah, Bessler. Tetzler walked up from his linebacker position and kind of became the defensive end on that play. They ended up kind of in a 5-man front, and the Kernels never adjusted, and Tetzloff came unblocked off that right side of the Kernels offensive line, and was able to make the stop on 4th down. Big missed opportunity there for the Kernels to come away with points.
So now Brookings at their own 11. Hand off right up the middle. Going to be dragged down from behind. Rocky Clark with a nice tackle. Going to be only just a yard gain on the play. By Armenta.
Great discipline by Rocky Clark there to make sure he followed his man. They pulled both the guard and the tackle. They pulled the center and the guard on that play. Rocky Clark, being a very, very aware from his nose tackle position, just followed the blockers right to the ball carrier. Nice recognition by Clark and a good defensive play.
Two receivers right, 2 receivers to the left. Anderson in shotgun pistol formation. Low snap. They're going to throw it over the middle. It's going to be over the head of the intended receiver, Wayman. And it's going to set up 3rd and 9 for Brookings at their own 12-yard line. Decent coverage there by the Kernels.
Yeah, nice job out there by Kendon Skinner out there getting that play broke up. He pretty well ran the exact same route as Wayman did. And both of their hands were out there together to knock that ball away. This long 3rd down play, your Kernels defense has to be thinking that Anderson's going to put the ball in the air here, being 3rd and 9. Do you stay back and play coverage, or do you try to force the issue, come up and bring an extra rusher?
Motion from left to right. Anderson rolling to his left, throws it up. It's going to be well overthrown. It's probably better that Skinner didn't come up with that interception. I guess they get it on him, but But yeah, he was the closest. Skinner was the closest one to that ball.
Fourth down.
Yeah, that was borderline almost bad enough where it could have got flagged for intentional grounding.
So a quick 3 and out for Brookings. Good job by the Mitchell defense. After giving up their first drive to Brookings, they've come up, got a turnover, and then a 3 and out.
And a great job by Stock to kind of find his way through that traffic. Those personal protectors that were out there on that boot for Anderson, he did a great job getting through those and kind of making Anderson throw that ball before he wanted to.
And overhand punt. And it does get a little bit of a Brookings roll. They're going to mark it right at midfield, and that'd be where the Kernels start. Here with... They took away the clock. I don't know how much time is left. It'll be first and 10 for the Kernels at the 50. Here we're about, I want to say it's about 7 minutes remaining in this first half. Because there was 9 minutes when Brookings got the ball that last time, so.
Yeah, and the Kernels defense here really stepping up and making a nice plays, getting this Bobcats offense really bottled up, and they're not having really any of the success that they had earlier in the game.
7:53 remaining. This time, Hartman on the option dishes it out. It's going to be a 3-yard gain, 4-yard gain. Keenan Allen.
Ball is carried by Allen. Gain of 4.
Caden Allen, 4-yard gain. Very risky little pitch shot. Yeah, reverse pitch by. Actually, you guys kind of threw him backwards.
Yeah, you like
Hartman.
Yeah, you like to see him get the 2 extra yards there when Allen picked up after Hartman picked up the 2 yards. But that was one of those nice plays. Don't ever let me see you do it again.
Yeah, that thing right there.
And that's one thing that always probably questioned me in scoring. So does Hartman get 2 yards or does Allen get all 4?
Allen gets all 4. Now Hartman back to throw. Going over the middle. It's going to be intercepted. Overthrew his intended receiver. The safety comes up with it. And he's going to get brought down. Number 19, Kingston Schneider with the interception. And he takes it to the Brookings 39-yard line, and that'll be where they start their next possession. That throw was just overthrown, and he was playing free safety. That's what you wanted with safety to do. He was right there and playing center field, basically.
And it was the right read by Hartman. That seam route was completely wide open, but just the ball overthrown, sailed a little bit into the wind, and yeah, unfortunate for the Kernels that Brookings was able to come up with that interception.
Now the handoff Armenta, and it's coming up. Great job by the Kernels there. Coming with the first hit was Bessler. Coming up, he got the first hit. And then the rest of them came in and ended up being a yard loss. It's another tackle for loss for the Kernels. They've had a few of those this game.
Yeah, yes, they have. They're doing a great job. After that first drive, they really settled in, and the defense really not allowing much of anything for the Bobcats.
2nd and 11. Anderson back to throw. Throws over the middle looking for Tetzlaff. Tetzlaff has it. He heard it over one receiver or defender. But he's going down the sideline and he's going to get all the way in. Touchdown. Oh no, he stepped out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds at the 22. So Bergen Tetzlaff. He is a very good football player. He stepped out of bounds at the 22 of Mitchell. So still a big gain for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it'll be about a 37-yard gain for Tetzlaff, and yeah, he showed off his athleticism and why he is considered one of the better offensive players in 11AA football. Nice little, it wasn't much of a route, just kind of a little leaked out from his slot receiver position, and Anderson puts it right on his numbers, allowing for a nice catch and run.
Back to throw again is Anderson. Now he's going to pull it down. He's going to take out. Now he throws it. He's got a man wide, a long touchdown Bobcats. They thought he was going to run. You took it like he was going to throw, then he pulled up and threw it to a wide open receiver. And it's touchdown Brookings. and it's now 13-0. Brookings with the lead.
Complete on number 19, Kingston Schneider. For the touchdown.
Kingston Schneider, the receiver, left all alone after Anderson took off like he was going to run with it. Extra point is blocked. So the score is going to remain 13-0. With
Johnson's point after touchdown is blocked.
a little under 6 minutes remaining here in this first half.
Yeah, I didn't see that. With both teams, they're lining their outside wide receivers up within 2-3 steps of each sideline. I didn't know if it was blown coverage after the play or a misalignment by the Kernels, but everybody got caught with their eyes in the backfield there and left Schneider wide alone, all by himself in the right corner of that end zone. I think Anderson was committed to run the ball until he saw it.
Yeah, it could have been. If that was a design play, that was a pretty good design.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the extra point was no good, so the Kernels trail just 13-0 here. Hopefully they can get a score here before the end of this first half to at least cut into this deficit.
Yeah, a couple big plays on that drive there for the Bobcats. So about a 65-yard drive, but over 55 of those yards came on the Tetzloff run and catch, and then the big play from Schneider from the 22-yard line. Kernels here looking for a big answer with 5:50 before halftime here. Get a nice drive, get some points on the board. Coming into halftime, they do. Brookings will receive the second half kick.
Kick fielded at about the 10. It's going to get out to about the 24. I believe that was Wright that had the return.
Meyer returned to kickoff 14 yards.
Now you look at that Kernel's offensive line, that left side there. Really looking for them to try to lead the way here with Shelsky and Wood. See if they can run a little bit more of a trapping scheme off to that left side. They haven't really favored one side or the other. But now that you're in a have-to-have-it situation, you'd think you'd lean off to that left side, that little bit bigger side of that offensive line, hoping to push forward and pick up them tough yards.
There comes a pitch to the left side. Trying to get to the outside is Kemp. He gets it across the 30. Near first down. I think he's going to be about a yard or two short. Good speed, good carry there for Mason Kemp. Going to be an 8-yard gain. I was just going to say, I don't think we've ran a whole lot to the left side. We have. I think a lot of it's gone to the right. I'm thinking they might be using Wood and Shelsky more as pulling to try to go to the right side and use their athletic ability to get out there and pull. That time they just come straight to the right and got a good game on first down. This time a pitch to Kemp. He's going to go up the middle and had a little bit of room at first, and they're going to give him the first down, I believe. Yep, it's going to be a first down, a 2-yard gain for Mason Kemp.
And just like you said, they did pull Wood on that play. But Brookings Bobcats, I think actually the pulling is actually hindering the Kernel offense. The linebackers, by the time Kemp even got to the line of scrimmage, the only person on the left side of the defense anymore was just the lone cornerback out here. It's a little bit risky, but I think if they could go actually pull one of the blockers in misdirection back towards the pulling side.
Here comes the reverse again. This time it's going to be a good gain of about 6-7 yards. With the rush is the Bruin.
About 7.
Out to the 36 or 41-yard line.
The tackle.
Yeah, they didn't pull anybody there. They used all the misdirection came from the action in the backfield. And yeah, Mitchell able to just go straight forward downhill, get a little bit of movement off that defensive line, and keep those linebackers from being able to key in and collapse so fast to where the pullers are going.
Receiver to each side, Harmon. And out to Kemp. Kemp's going to get the first down. He gets up to the 45, and he's held up there. Gain of 3 yards, but it's going to be another first down for the Kernels. Kernels have done a decent job of moving the ball. Just can't they finish the drive?
First down.
That was a much better job, though. They pulled Wood and Chelsky, but the right side of that line did a better job hinge blocking, where they kind of drop back and take a step, and then they trapped back to the left side. I know Kaufman came back and picked up the outside tackle, and the right guard, Brian Stock, he went upfield and picked off one of the backside linebackers, which really freed it up for Kempf to get that first down.
Bessler takes the handoff, goes right up the middle. He's going to gain 3 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 7.
For a gain of 3.
Down to 3:05 remaining till halftime.
2nd and 7.
That is... We're used to Kernel games taking so long with the ball in the air. That is one of the... When you run to end of half and end of game situations, being a predominantly, 85, 90% run team makes it kind of hard to get some quick strikes, and that defense is staying back and making you earn it 3-4 yards at a time.
Pitch to Kemp, and he hands it out to LeBrun. LeBrun's going to gain about 3 yards out to the across midfield to the Brookings 49-yard line. That's going to set up 3rd and 4.
LeBrun, a gain of about 3.
Luke LeBrun with the carry. A lot of misdirection, a lot of reverse.
Yes.
And midfield. 3rd down.
The Bobcats are leaning a lot on their corners. Number 14 and 15 respectively, Van Hoff and Haig. They're allowing their outside linebackers to do a lot of chasing. So if there's a way we could get one of them corners confused out there, there's a huge play on the edges for Mitchell here.
Hartman keeps it himself, looking for the option. He's going to end up keeping it himself. He's only going to gain a yard, so it's going to set up 4th and 3. I mean, there was nowhere to go. I don't think Mitchell would have got much if he would have tried to option it out.
4th and 3.
No, they did a great job there. They ended up with the defensive end keeping himself free and the outside linebacker.
So 4th and 3. I'm surprised Mitchell didn't take a timeout here. Under a minute and a half to play. Kind of an important play here, but you also don't want to give Rookie a whole lot of time.
I think they're waiting to see if they're able to pick up this first down. They'll start moving a little faster and start using their timeouts to try to get some points on the board.
Big play here. Hartman under center. And just before the snap, Kernels take a timeout. With 1:01 remaining until half. Now,
Mitchell.
set up to try to get the right play here on 4th and 3. We'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll be back. You're watching Mitchell Kernel Football, Mitchell Telecom, 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Minute 1 remaining till half. Kernels with the ball at the Brookings 48-yard line, but it's 4th and 3. A big play here for the Kernels. Try to keep this drive alive, try to get some points on the board before the end of the half. They trail 13-0 against the Bobcats.
Huge play for the Kernels here with that 1 minute to go to get this first down, even to take this into halftime at the same score it is, but preferably with a few extra points on the board.
Hartman flips it out. It's going to be caught. LeBrun for the first down. Nice little play there. LeBrun comes out of the backfield and just makes a nice catch. Nice little toss there by Hartman. Easy toss all the way down to the 34-yard line. A 15-yard gain on 4th and 3. This is the one part I don't like. It's one thing you don't see the clock until.
Yeah, they got the graphics package up there. monopolizing the run.
Gonna run up the middle. You're gonna get brought down after just a 1 yard gain. Coming out making a good play was Blake Canigator. So a timeout for the Kernels with 36 seconds remaining.
Second timeout.
Nice. Kernels here looking to try to hit something quick and now trying to save a little bit of time here. 36 seconds here. You think they're going to probably look to throw a few things in the air. They've had a lot of success with the seam routes. The Bobcats really haven't actually had one of them covered up. It's been much more errant throws or rush throws by Hartman taking on pressure, not being able to put it on the receiver. There is opportunities in that Bobcat secondary for the Kernels here to hit a big play going into halftime.
The offense have done pretty decent here for the Kernels. After that first drive, they went 3 and out, but other than that, they had the one interception, but they've been able to move the ball fairly decent. Now the Kernels, 2 receivers out left and 1 to the right. Colton Smith, though, tight end, is the far left receiver. Hartman back to throw. It'll be a screen pass. He's got a lot of room with it. There's Bessler, and he's going to get dropped. Boy, he looks like he has some room, but he gets hit, and he just gets stopped right then and there.
Never made by Tetzloff.
That's going to be Tetzloff with the tackle. Granted, it's Tetzloff making the tackle, but it looks like Bessler had a lot more room to get a few more yards there. But he gets dropped at the 25. He's going to set up 3rd and 1, and that Kernels have to take their final timeout with 25 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that was great closing speed by the Bobcats there. Yeah, it looked like he had 15 to 20 yards, yards in front of him to open up there. And yeah, just when you actually, after he got tackled, you stopped and looked to see where he was at on the chains. It was kind of surprising. He was still right at the first down marker. Great play design and nice work trying to use the Brookings aggressiveness against them. But yeah, the defensive back did a nice job staying back and collapsing real quick, which leaves us with probably looks like 2 plays here for the Kernels, unless they're able to get something on the edge and get out of bounds. Clock does stop on first downs.
I gotta believe they'll just do something here to get the first down, get the clock to stop, and then go ahead and try to find something into the end zone.
Even get the first down and clock it here. You're not going to use all 4 of the next downs anyway before halftime, so sacrificing one just to get the clock stopped makes the most sense.
Seaver to the left is Smith. Skinner to the right. Bessler behind Hartman. In motion is Allen. There goes Hartman. He's going to get the first down on the quarterback sneak, and he's going to gain 2 yards. Now the Kernels have to hurry.
Hartman on the carry.
Get it spotted. Kernels gets that. Clock stopped. 19 seconds. They don't need the clock yet. They're just going for it. Hartman, he's got a lot of room to run. He's looking to throw it. He throws it over the middle. He had a man. Look at him. Just a little short on the throw.
Yeah, didn't have a speed set. Yeah, if he was able to put Hartman's passes, he was able to get a speed set and throw that ball as hard as he could, I think he would have been able to get it in there, but he just wasn't able to get enough on there to get it to LeBrun that far back.
Brookings takes their second timeout here with 7 seconds remaining in the half. So Kernels probably 1 play unless they can get out of bounds.
That 1 play, mate, the Kernel staff has to be playing for 1 play here.
Yeah.
The best play we haven't shown. But yeah, I understand the Brookings coach's sentiment to call a timeout to make sure that you don't have any blown coverages or whatever. But this also, if the Kernels would have had a timeout now, they would have used it as well. Yeah. So, the cat and mouse game between the coaching staffs here.
At the 23, the Kernels started this drive at their own 24. After the touchdown, Anderson to Schneider made it 13-0. Kernels blocked the extra point attempt. go. 7 seconds remaining in the half. Skinner now, or Hartman, excuse me, lined up in shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Bessler, too, is just to the right of Hartman. Back to throw is Hartman. He's got time. Got plenty of time still. Now he's going to look. He throws it up, and it's going to be intercepted by Tetzlaff. And he's going to get dropped at the 10, and that's going to end the half. Fantastic job by the Kernel offensive line. Yeah, it had all day to throw, but just a great job by the back 7 for the Brookings Bobcats. Nowhere to go with the ball. And at the end of the first half, it's the Mitchell Kernel 0. Brookings Bobcats 13 here in the Kernel Bowl at Joe Quintal Field. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the Sadowska Chiropractic halftime show featuring the Mitchell Kernel Marching Band. But you're watching Mitchell Kernel Football on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Let's face it, your life is wireless. More devices and gadgets means you need more speed. Mitchell Telecom is fast, ridiculously fast. Harness that speed with home Wi-Fi from Mitchell Telecom. Stop rebooting your Wi-Fi router every week. With home Wi-Fi, you get the most reliable 5G connection to your home's devices, fully backed by our Wi-Fi experts. We set it up, we help manage, you play, watch, talk, surf, explore. Mitchell Telecom Home Wi-Fi. Faster, better, easier.
Help keep Mitchell a safe place to live, shop, and visit by reporting tips to Crime Stoppers.
You don't have to identify yourself, and a minimum reward of $250 is paid on all Crime of the Weeks solved by tips to Crime Stoppers.
There are lots of ways to report a crime. You can download the free P3 Tips app. Go to p3tips.com or by calling Crime Stoppers at 996-1700.
Let's all help keep Mitchell safe by reporting crime and helping investigators arrest those involved.
If you've checked your financial statements lately, you're wondering if you're making the right choices. Since no one can totally predict where the markets are headed, Dice Financial can create a long-term, sensible investment plan that'll fit your individual needs and comfort level. Whether it's a college savings plan or planning for retirement, call the winning team at Dice Financial Services.
Securities and advisory services through Osaic Wealth Incorporated. Member FINRA SIPC. Contact Dice Financial at 996-7171 or visit dicefinancial.com.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell sports.
Welcome back here to Joe Quintal Field. We're at the half. It's the Mitchell Kernel 0, Brookings Bobcats 13. Take a look at the scoring here in the first half. Mitchell started off with a 3-and-out. They got the ball first. Brookings on that first possession got them started at their own 44-yard line with 56 yards on 9 plays. Ended with a 10-yard touchdown run by Bergen Tetzlaff. Extra point was good by Drew Johnson. And that made it 7-0. Then the Kernels, they moved the ball well. They started at their own 17, moved it down inside the red zone for the Bobcats, but then just turned it over on 4th down. then gave it away back to Brookings. Brookings ends up fumbling it on the second play. And the Kernels got the ball at the Brookings 20. But again, turnover on downs. Gave the ball back to Brookings. Brookings went 3 and out. Forced a punt. Kernels then there was an interception. Brookings got the ball back at the Kernel at their own 39-yard line. And it went about 6 plays. It was a big play to Bergen Tetzlaff on a pass. And then it ended up being a 23-yard touchdown run or pass 22 from Gavin Anderson to Kingston Schneider. Extra point was blocked by Mitchell. And that's going to be where the scoring ends. It was 13-0 Brookings with the lead here at the half. We'll take a look quick at some first half stats for the Kernels.
Yeah, Anderson's 5 of 6 for 119 yards. His leading receiver is Tetzlaff with 3 receptions, 75 yards. 1 reception for Edom with 22, and then the touchdown strike to Snyder for 22 yards. The Kernels, obviously no scoring to report on them, but Jackson Hartman passing is 4 of 8. And his Luke LeBron with 2 catches for 32 yards, and Bessler with 2 for 18. And then the Kernels rushing attack, Hartman 6 carries for 6 yards, Kemp 7 carries for 23 yards, LeBrun 3 carries with 15 yards, Bessler has 5 carries for 6 yards, and Caden Allen with the one long 19-yard run, he has 3 carries for 29 yards for the Kernels.
Kernels trail 13-0 here at the half. We'll take one more timeout. We'll come back with the Stadolska Chiropractic halftime show featuring the Mitchell High School Marching Band. We'll be back. You're watching Mitchell Kernel football on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans.
Ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's halftime performance, the Mitchell High School Marching Band will be performing the 2025 competition show entitled Desperado.
Your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again.
This production offers a modern interpretation of the traditional Western theme inspired by Nelson Mandela's famous words, "The man is denied the right to live the life he believes in. He has no choice but to become an outlaw." At the heart of the program is a powerful second movement featuring the classic song House of the Rising Sun. Instrumental soloists for this evening are James Shelsky on flute and Nick Covers on trombone. Guard soloist this year is Maddie Ball. Drum majors this year are Emma Plamp and Natasha Foster. The guard is directed and choreographed by Kim Breuer and Marissa Apps. Percussion advisors are Max Hart and Hannah Waylander. Visual musical staff are Tyler Shippey and Devin Milano. Assistant marching band director is Ryan Staley, and the director of bands is Joel Van Persian. Drum major, is your band ready? You may now take the field in performance.
Wi-Fi's fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Let's face it, your life is wireless. More devices and gadgets means you need more speed. Mitchell Telecom is fast, ridiculously fast. Harness that speed with home Wi-Fi from Mitchell Telecom. Stop rebooting your Wi-Fi router every week. With home Wi-Fi, you get the most reliable 5G connection to your home's devices, fully backed by our Wi-Fi experts. We set it up, we help manage, you play, watch, talk, surf, explore. Mitchell Telecom Home Wi-Fi. Faster, better, easier.
Help keep Mitchell a safe place to live, shop, and visit by reporting tips to Crime Stoppers.
You don't have to identify yourself, and a minimum reward of $250 is paid on all Crime of the Weeks solved by tips to Crime Stoppers.
There are lots of ways to report a crime. You can download the free P3 Tips app. Go to p3tips.com or by calling Crime Stoppers at 996-1700.
Let's all help keep Mitchell safe by reporting crime and helping investigators arrest those involved.
If you've checked your financial statements lately, you're wondering if you're making the right choices. Since no one can totally predict where the markets are headed, Dice Financial can create a long-term, sensible investment plan that'll fit your individual needs and comfort level. Whether it's a college savings plan or planning for retirement, call the winning team at Dice Financial Services.
Securities and advisory services through Osaic Wealth Incorporated. Member FINRA SIPC. Contact Dice Financial at 996-7171 or visit dicefinancial.com.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell sports.
He was recognized as the 1985 South Dakota State Cross Country Coach of the Year.
Welcome back here to the Kernel Ball here as they're announcing the Mitchell High School Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Keith Christensen, the first one introduced. We'll let you hear from the PA announcer, Greg Bach.
Adam Feldman is a 1992 graduate of Mitchell High School and one of the most accomplished wrestlers in school history. He was a 5-time placer at the state wrestling tournament, finishing 5th, runner-up twice, and state champion twice, and was a key member of the 1991 state championship team. During his senior season, Feldman broke the state records for takedowns in both a season and a career. He kept his high school career ranked as the number 2 senior in the nation at 125 pounds by Amateur Wrestling News. In college, he became a 2-time All-American, placing 3rd at the National Junior College National Tournament. He finished his career at South Dakota State University, where he became an NCAA Division II national champion in 1997. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Feldman. Stephanie Knight. Stephanie Knight is a 1995 graduate of Mitchell High School and was a multi-sport standout for the Kernels, excelling in both basketball and track and field. On the basketball court, she was a key contributor to one of the most successful eras in Mitchell history, helping the Kernels capture state championships in 1992 and 1994, and finish at state runner-up in 1993. On the track, Knight established herself as one of the most decorated athletes in school history, competing primarily in the 200, 400, and 4x400 relay. She won 17 state meet medals, including 7 state championships and 3 gold medal awards. She was a vital part of Mitchell's dominant 4x400 relay team, winning the event 3 consecutive years. Knight continued her career at the University of South Dakota, where she helped lead USD to 3 consecutive North Central Conference team championships. She earned 9 All-American honors, highlighted by a runner-up finish in the 400-meter indoor at the 1998 NCAA Nationals. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie Knight. Lori Schmidt. Lori Schmidt is a 1978 graduate of Mitchell High School, where she competed in basketball and golf. Her senior year, she finished 9th place in the state girls golf tournament, was a member of the runner-up girls state basketball team, all ESB, all state, and all tournament team honors, as well as being selected for the Hustler Award. Lori recently retired following a 42-year career in public education, all with the Mitchell School District. During that time, she became a staple at athletic events of all kinds. She can always be found running the clock or video board at everything from middle school basketball and football to high school soccer and football, including the past 35 years running the clock at the Quintal for Mitchell Kernels, girls and boys basketball with Steve Stanford. Ladies and gentlemen, Lori Schmidt. Steve Stanford. Steve Stanford's career in athletics spans more than 6 decades as a competitor, coach, and dedicated supporter of Mitchell High School. A 1967 graduate of Plum High School, Stanford was a letter winner in football, basketball, and track. Stanford coached multiple sports in Menlo and Flanders before coming to Mitchell in 1987, where he taught and coached until 2006. He led the Mitchell girls basketball programs at the 7th, 8th, and freshman levels for 8 years, and was the head 7th grade boys basketball coach for 15 seasons. He was named the Mitchell School District Assistant Coach of the Year in 2001 and 2, and 2005 and 6 seasons. In addition to coaching, Stanford has been an invaluable part of the girl basketball as official scorer for the past 37 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Stanford!
Congratulations to the 5 members of Mitchell High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Very well deserving, all 5 of the members here. We'll take one more quick timeout. We'll come back with the opening kickoff of the second half. We'll be back. You're watching Mitchell Girl Football, Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West. Member FDIC.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again! You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure, absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell sports.
Hunter McGee with the kickoff here for the Kernels. Going to be fielded at the 11-yard line. And going to be carried out across the 20, out to about the 22 by Ben Schulte. Actually, I don't believe that's Schulte. That's he. No, it's number 80. Mundering.
Kickoff. Return.
Or Beendering.
By Jude. Beendering.
And that'll be it. Brookings will start off at their own 22. This is a big,
Samari right.
a big
First down
possession here for the Mitchell defense. They need to stop Brookings here, not allow them to get any kind of score on this drive.
Yeah, the Kernel defense needs to do more of the same they did in the second quarter and late in the second half here, just to get Brookings off the field and get the offense another bite at the apple here.
And up the middle, he's got a lot of room and he's off and running. He's across midfield to the 40 to the 30. He's being chased from behind and he's not going to get caught. Gus Armenta goes 78 yards for the touchdown. Brookings leading
Gus Armenta.
19-0.
78-yard touchdown.
Just what the Kernels did not need. Gus Armenta goes 78 yards for the score. Huge. That is just kind of deflating for the Kernels.
That is a back-breaking type play to start the second half.
Extra point is up and good. And it's 20-0. Mitchell trailing Brookings here with 11:41 remaining in the third quarter. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. You're watching the Kernels on 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell sports.
One play, 13-second drive, a 78-yard run by Gus Armenta. Kernels get the kickoff at the 15-yard line. Samari Wright gets it out to the 28-yard line, and that'll be where Mitchell will start.
Return.
Here in their first possession of the second half. 11:31 remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, it even becomes more important now that the Kernels get something going here. Get something going get some points on the board. Keep this down to a two-possession game. You'd like to see it a two-possession game halfway through the third quarter. And just a little confidence here to get these chains moving and get this rolling.
A little bit I formation. We haven't seen that a whole lot. Pitch out, comes out to Allen, and he's going to get dropped after a 1-yard gain. Tetzloff coming over to make the tackle. Tetzloff has been all over the field.
Carry, gain of yard.
He is as good as advertised. As much as we had talked him up before the game, he's actually lived up to it and maybe even exceeded it at this point, with especially playing defense here. You don't expect much out of a taller guy like that playing outside linebacker, especially as involved as he is on the offense.
2nd and 9. Kernels. Well, two receivers to the left with Smith and Allen. Skinner to the right. Shotgun formation for Hartman. Here comes an inside wheel shuttle pass to LeBrun. And this time only able to gain about 3 yards on it. It worked pretty well that first quarter. They had a nice little run with that, but
3 yards.
3 yards there. That's going to set up 3rd and 6.
Nice positive yards there for the Kernels. Get something here a little more manageable for the rushing attack here on 3rd down. I think the Kernels need to look more kind of using the size of their offensive line, maybe an adjustment to try running a little more downhill, straight up the field with a little less lateral movement. Brookings' pursuit has been very well, but has gone very good this season.
Herman rolls to the right, throws it, and it's going to be nearly picked off, trying to find Allen. There was Schroeder, I believe, that went over there. No, it wasn't Schroeder. It was it was Schneider, excuse me. Schneider nearly got the second pick of the game.
By number 19, Kingston Schneider. Fourth down.
It'll be fourth down and Clamp into punt for the Kernels.
That's a tough 3-and-out for the Kernels here, especially after giving up that long play and then giving the ball right back to Brookings, getting their offense back on the field.
Alex Wainman and Meandering as a kick is going toward out of bounds. It lands right about the 41-yard line. And they're going to spot it at the Brookings 39.
9-yard line. 29-yard punt, first down, Bobcat.
9:51 remaining in the third quarter. Kernel bringing out for the Kernels.
That Kernel defense coming back out here looking to, they're going to need to maintain their gap integrity. Everything they've given up has either been a long pass or a long run whenever Brookings has been able to move the ball or sustain anything. As long as they stay in their gaps and stay fundamentally sound, I think the Kernels can get Brookings off the field on a regular basis.
Anderson looking to throw. He's going deep, and it's going to be good coverage there. Good job by Tyson Herman. Going up against much bigger receiver in Wainman, 6'3". Herman, just a 5'8" junior.
That's a nice job there running with him step for step.
Giving up 7 inches, and he did a good job there. He got a hand up and kind of knocked that away.
Yeah, when he tried to bring it in, he was right there to knock it away.
So 2nd and 10.
That's some straight down the field passing. Isn't not a lot we've seen out of Anderson so far yet today.
Anderson again in the shotgun. This time hands it out to Armenta, and Armenta's got a hole again. He's going to the right side, but he gets caught from behind and dragged down by Allen. Excuse me, 22
Armenta
for Lawson LeBrun.
Tackle made by number 22, Lawson LeBrun.
But it's going to be a gain of 8 yards to set up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, the right side there.
This is where we've seen. This is where we've seen Tetzlaff back in. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's almost their version of the Wildcat / quarterback sneak. He just gets it and just runs
at a straight power formation.
And he's got a huge hole on the left side. No one sealed the edge there for the Kernels. And he was going to get a big gain from the 42 all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Forced out of bounds by Kite.
Yeah, huge 22-yard gain for Tetzlaff. And the Kernels didn't take into account that they had the whole backfield, all the eligible receivers, all the backfield receivers were all lined up on that left side. They essentially had every eligible receiver on the left side of that the formation. The Kernels need to do a little bit better job getting outside contained, keeping that play in, and making Tetzlaff cut that ball upside where the rest of the defense is.
Yeah, actually making a 30-yard run. It goes from the 42 to the 28 for Tetzlaff. Anderson now looking to throw it, rolls to the right, throws it out. It's going to be caught on a comeback route. Going to be Wainman with the catch.
Wainman for gain of 12.
Down to the
First out by Kate
16-yard line. Gain of 12, first down Bobcats.
That was at the Kernel 16.
Actually, they mark it at the 16. So a 12-yard gain.
It's a nice route by Wainman there to really put his foot in the ground and get outside. Nice little bootleg there by Anderson and a nice pitch and catch.
Armenta with the handoff, scoots up, finds a hole, gets a gain of about 5 yards down to the 11-yard line, set up 2nd and 5.
Brookings doing a nice job zone blocking with the offensive lineman. And then they bring their H-back or the fullback, offset fullback inside. He comes back inside to pick up any inside blocks that are missed by the offensive line, and then just a nice job of patient running by Armenta to kind of pick his way through there, and nice little gain or a nice 5-yard gain on first down to get them in a good down and distance.
Anderson gets the shotgun snap, this time a handoff, goes right up the gut. Going to be a short gain this time by Otto Eidsness. Going to be just a gain of 1. As the Kernels.
Eidsness on the carry for a gain of 1.
Going to be limping off a little bit. I think it's
8 Wood. And number 32.
I think it was Rocky Clark.
4.
Number, there might be Wood. 66.
Yeah, 66, yeah.
Kind of got up. He was limping a little bit at first. He seems to be walking all right along the sideline.
The new tight jerseys, they get all packed up in their shoulder pads. You can't see the numbers anymore.
So 3rd and a long 3, short 4.
This is a huge play for the Kernel defense to make them try to either kick a field goal from here or get them off the field with it. Get them off with 4th down.
Looking to throw, they get it out to the flat, and he's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. Ezra Iden with the 11th, goes for 10-yard touchdown reception, and it's 26-0 now, Brookings.
Nice job there by the Bobcats. Just a little flat route for Iden right there to be able to head out, and nice pitch and catch. Very well designed play. Bobcats line him up for the field goal.
Extra point is up and good. And with 7:12 remaining, it's 27-0. Brookings with the lead. We'll be back. You're watching Mitchell Kernel Football on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure, absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
Samari Wright fields it at the 13. He's got a lane. Gets it across the 35. Out to about the 30. They see where they mark it. 37-38 line.
The kickoff.
It's a great return for the Kernels.
That was a great job by right there. Just finding a crease in that coverage and just running straight upfield.
It was a 6-play, 61-yard drive for Brookings. Took 2 minutes and 39 seconds. A 10-yard touchdown pass from Anderson to Edom. Extra point was good, and it's 27-0 Brookings with the lead. Kernels looking to get a little something going here on the offensive side. They've moved the ball at times, but Brookings been able to, and there's going to be a fumble, and Brookings is going to recover it. The pitch was out to Mason Kemp. He gets the ball knocked away, and Brookings will take over at the Kernels 41-yard line.
36, Stephen Miloski.
Yeah, the Kernels up front, the offensive line did a nice job. They're getting a nice crease. They got some shoulders turns on a few of those defensive linemen. An elite blocker able to pick up one of the linebackers, get 5 yards before he was touched. But yeah, Kemp just gets the ball knocked out of his hands when they had contact there. And just a very unfortunate break here with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Turnover by the Kernels.
This time, it's going to be Tetzlaff gets a direct snap, and he's going to gain about 3 yards on the play.
That was a much better job by the Kernels there, getting outside contain on that Tetzlaff run. They lined up in that same power formation off to the left-hand side, but much better job. Much better job by number 5, Tyson Herman out there to keep contained, and then Tetzlaff just able to run up front with all those blockers, able to pick up a few yards.
Second and 7. Colton Smith limped off the field there, but I think he just got a cramp. He's coming over to basically to the stadium to stretch it out a little bit. Anderson, shotgun formation as usual. Armenta to his left. This time he's going to throw it, throws it up, and it's going to be caught, coming back and making the catch and getting down. Oh, they said his knee was down? Wow, I didn't see that at all. That's obviously what they said. They said the site that comes in and says that he hit his knee on the ground. I did not see that. I thought he was at the 21. Yeah, going to be that touchdown there.
The Kernel's fortunate that that's just a 17-yard gain.
That was a good item with the catch down to the 21-yard line of the Kernels.
Yeah, I didn't see what the referee saw unless he saw something with a wrist on the ground or something to that effect coming up with the play, but
yeah, I didn't see that.
No, I started scanning down the field in case the Kernels had a safety over the top to make a play to save a touchdown.
Anderson under center now. I formation for Brookings. And he's going to roll out to his right. He's got Tetzlaff wide open at the 5. He walks in for the score. And this game has turned in a hurry. It was just 13-0 at the end of the half. Oh, but there's a flag on the play. There's a flag. It's on at a little past the line of scrimmage. I think it's going to be... Appears like it might be on Brookings. We'll see. Maybe not.
Unsportsmanlike contact on the offense, number 53. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Oh.
That's number 53's first unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike after the touchdown, so it is a touchdown, a 21-yard touchdown from Anderson to Tetzlaff.
I think that he kind of got called on a crackback block or an unnecessary hitting behind the play.
So, extra point up and coming. It's up and good. And 5:22 remaining.
Johnson's point after
it's 34-0 Brookings. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. You're watching the Kernels on 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
A 4-play, 41-yard touchdown drive for Brookings. A 21-yard touchdown from Anderson to Tetzlaff. Took just a minute 35 off the clock. Extra point good. It's 34-0. Brookings with the lead. after the 15-yard penalty. The Brookings is kicking off at their own 25. A short kick. It's going to get fielded at the 30 and not able to really get a clean grasp of it as right. And he just basically goes down on it. So Kernels had a chance to get some pretty good field position, but they're going to be starting at their own 31-yard line.
Yeah, right. Kind of unfortunate for right over there. He let it bounce, thinking it was going to scoot out of bounds and get a penalty on the Bobcats, and then it bounced back towards the center of the playing field, and then he wasn't able to get a clean hold on it. And yeah, tough. It's still good field position for the Kernels, but a tough break with them kicking off after that 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty.
Hartman pitches it out. Allen with it. Goes to the left side, gets it out to the 35. Gain of about 4. They give him out to the 30. They give him to the 36. So it'll be a 5-yard gain for Caden Allen. He's been the best runner for the Kernels here this game.
That's locked in on the
Yeah, nice job by Fosness over there hooking that defensive end, and then a good job by LeBrun out there working hard on the edge, blocking for his companion back there in the backfield. And nice way to start the drive here for the Kernels. Get something down 2nd and 5, something manageable, and keep working these chains down the field. And
off again to Allen. He spins and he's going to get stood up by Tetzlaff. And it's going to be a 2-yard gain. It's going to set up 3rd and 3 for the Kernels.
Nice pursuit by the Bobcats there. The weak side of that, the weak side of the defense on that play, that right side over there, is doing a great job filling back in and not allowing any cutback lanes and making it hard for the Kernel running backs to go anywhere. The blocks aren't terrible. It's just they're clogging everything up and bottling up everything, and there's no cutback lanes, which is leading to these short gains and making the Kernels use all 3 downs when they try to get first downs.
LeBron in motion, hand off to him, and then right back to Allen. And Allen's going to get stopped for maybe a short gain, maybe a yard. Again, good pursuit by Brookings. Gain of 1. It's going to be 4th and 2 here for the Kernels at their own 39. Kernels
4th down.
Going to go for it.
Yep.
Yeah, Kernels, they've ran the ball to the right the vast majority of the times here in this game.
Yes, they have. Yep, it's almost every time they run to that right side. There's only about a handful of plays we can even remember going left.
Yeah. And again, this one up the middle, Breslau is going to get the first down. Gets it across to we're going to mark them at the 45-yard line, so 1st and 10 for the Kernels.
6 yards.
First down here in the second half.
That's a real nice run there by Bessler. A lot of second effort by him churning those feet to churn off that last gain. Ended up being about a 6-yard gain altogether. He was contacted right around the second. He was contacted right at the sticks there for the 2-yard line, or the 2-yard gain.
He's had hard time finding any room going up the middle like that. That time it worked out. Hartman going to keep it himself, and he gets crushed by Tetzlaff after a 2-yard gain. Tetzlaff is basically just the spy for Hartman that time, and he just comes up and just leveled Hartman pretty good there.
Yeah, he did.
2nd down and 8.
2-yard gain.
The Kernels really aren't getting any push on that offensive line. Just kudos to that defensive line of Lohr, Hangeman, Kangader, and Hope on that Brookings front. They're just not allowing the offensive line to get upfield and get any blocks of any nature on the linebackers, causing everything to bottle up and just nowhere to run for this backfield.
Hartman rolls out to his left, and he's going to get dropped. First getting pressure in there was Kanagater. Then coming up and finishing it off was number 21, Owen Hoppy.
Number 21, Owen Hoppy.
It's going to set up 3rd and 13 for the Kernels.
Bring up 3rd down and 13.
He had LeBrun open on a little seam route right when he first got around the corner, but he wasn't in a position to throw the ball there. He was still halfway through his boot. And then a nice job by the Brookings secondary to get that covered up after he was able to find time to throw it.
He gets it out. Bessler gets it to the 50 to midfield. It's going to set up 4th and 5. Under a minute to play in the third quarter.
To Bessler for 8 yards.
8-yard reception from Bessler.
Idleness on the tackle. Ball is at midfield, 4th and 5.
Mitchell has had a lot of success running those screen passes, but they almost need to get something down the field here, and they come out with a spread formation.
Hartman back to throw. Now he's going to get caught from behind. He had to scramble, gained a yard or 2, but it's going to be a turnover on downs. Brookings will have the ball. 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Number down the carry for
turnover on downs.
Tackle made by number 52, Zach Hageman.
Had the protection, had decent protection to try to find somebody in a pattern, but just the Brookings secondary had everything covered up so well. And then Hartman trying to make the big play happen, a little indecisive on whether he should take off or not. And then by the time he creeped forward to the line, the linebackers had cheated up and he didn't have anywhere to run.
Brookings will start at their own 48-yard line. One play here, I'm assuming, until the end of the third quarter. Brookings has dominated the second half. Kernels only with a couple of first downs. Actually, just the 1 first down.
Then the quick strike and the turnover, and then
you fall 200 feet off the fence on the end.
Another throw again. Edom, just a quick slant from the slot receiver. They found the hole in the Kernel defense, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter after a gain of 19.
Gain of 17. Tackle made by Brady Hazing.
And it's 34-0 as we head to the fourth quarter. Brookings with the lead. We'll be back. You're watching Mitchell Kernel football, excuse me, on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West. Member FDIC.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again. You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell sports.
It was a 19-yard reception from the 48 down to the 33-yard line. 48 of the Brookings' own 38 or 48. Down to the 33 of Mitchell. And we're starting to see some people leaving here in the beginning of this fourth quarter.
My mom.
Brookings with the 34-0 lead, another score, and we'll have a running clock. Back to throw again. Anderson, he's throwing it up over the middle. This one's going to be... There's basically, I see 5 Kernels and 1 Bobcat.
Yeah, it's a nice job by the Kernel secondary getting that covered up.
Amazing on the coverage.
Trying to get it to Edom again.
Yep.
She decided to be a human being again.
Yeah, the Bobcats really kind of trying to lean in on their pass game here in this second half. They got that big lead, got that 3-score lead, and then they really focused on putting the ball in the air with Anderson, trying to hit a big play.
Henderson in shotgun. Armenta to his right. Armenta's going to get the handoff. A little stutter step in the backfield. Going to get a short gain of about 3 yards. Set up 3rd and 7 from the 30-yard line.
Ramada on the carry for 3 yards.
Nice job up there by the linebackers on the right side up there.
Tackle made by number 67, Briar Stack.
Kemp and Smith over there trying to bottle that up. Allowing Stack to be able to come in from his defensive line position and tackle him from behind.
He's coming off the field. I think he's got a cramp. He's reaching down and see quite a few cramps here for the Kernels in this game, especially here in the second half. High formation under center is Anderson. 3rd and 7. Rolling to the right. Throwing it to the corner. Yeah, it's going to be picked off. But a flag was thrown. Interception by Kendon Skinner.
Beautiful play by Skinner. And
it's going to be, I think
initial reactions by the
Brookings. Might have been an illegal shift, I think, looked like it might have been the illegal shift. The way that
they're sending the offense out there.
And here's the receiver downfield. Number 7 was covered up. The ball was intercepted. Penalties declined. First down, Mitchell.
So Kendon Skinner with the interception.
Did a great job by Skinner that he actually just outfought him for the ball.
Yep.
Nice play by the Kernel defense there, a bright spot. Other than a few big plays, the Kernel defense has been a bright spot this evening for them. But yeah, they just gave up the big play, contested coverages, and
every quarter except the 3rd.
Yeah, long run and a couple busted coverages, and this is a whole different ball game.
So Mitchell starts at their own 20. Hartman looking for the option. He's going to end up keeping it himself. He's going to gain a yard. Brought down by Cannigator.
Tackle made by Cannigator. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
That was a nice job by Cannigator out there. He kind of kept outside contained, so Hartman couldn't actually run the option like he was intended. He couldn't really pitch it. All he had to do was just kind of put his foot in the ground, tuck it up, and get what he could get inside of him. This Brookings defense, Brookings linebacker core has been very disciplined, following their cues with pulling linemen and option football. They've done a great job reading everything inside out.
Hartman hands it off. To the left there is Kemp. He's going to gain about 3 yards out to the 24. Going to set up 3rd and 6.
Kemp on the carry for a gain of 3. Tetzloff and Cannigator on the tackle.
Just coming up on the 10-minute mark left in the ball game.
3rd down and 5.
Brookings with a 34-0 lead.
Mitchell hasn't really ran any power plays up the center of the field here to try to test the inside of that Brookings defense.
Hartman, that time, missed block there. Getting around and getting the sack is Brookings. Missed block there by number 75, Jordan Hurling. Going to be a big loss there, back all the way to the 16-yard line of the Kernel, so it sets up
not going to play a loss of
4th and long, so plant out the punt for the Kernels. Standing at his own 4-yard line. He gets it up. High punt, short, and but a good Kernel roll. And it's going to all the way down to the 45-yard line, 46-yard line. Brookings, actually. Then mark it at the 45. They give him a yard. Yeah, that was definitely at the 46.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Rounding counts.
So Brookings will start at their own 45 with 9:03 remaining. Still a successful Kernel Bowl day for Mitchell. every sport except for football gets the win. 2 wins in girls tennis against Aberdeen Central and Brandon Valley. 2 wins in soccer. Girls won 6-0, and the boys won 4-3 over Huron, and the girls and the volleyball team won 3-0 against Pierre. But here it's been all Brookings, especially in the second half. 13-0 at the half, and 21-0 in the third quarter.
Armada on the carry, gain of a yard.
Armenta with the
count on the tackle.
Carry for just a 1-yard gain.
Brookings looking to be kind of just looking to solve this one away here with a very basic, just the off-tackle run there. Kernel defense, nice job. Staying in.
New quarterback. Oh, what? I was going to say new quarterback for Brookings as well as Baker Hansen, 5'10" sophomore in the game. There's a handoff going up the middle for Menta, and he's got a gain of about 5. He's going to set up third and 4.
Gain of about 7. Nolan Winstrom, Colton Smith in on the tackle.
Nice patient run there by Armenta, waiting for his blocks to line up, and then number 60 for the Bobcats able to get up to the second level. Brady Caraway, he is one of their starting offensive linemen. He double teamed the defensive tackle over there and was able to work upfield and pick up 2 blocks and get a third manageable here for the Bobcats.
Pass, caught out. Nice little, basically a little button hook route there. Just
Anderson's pass to Wayne.
Pass
is complete. Gain of 12.
It was to Wademan, Alex Wademan.
Herman in on the tackle. First down.
12-yard gain down to the 39-yard line of Mitchell. Handoff. Armenta. Very tough to bring down. He's had a good game rushing the football. He's going to end up gaining 5 yards on the play, and I think he drug number 50. He drug one of the Kernels for about 4 of those 5 yards. Armenta's having a fantastic evening. He's up over 100 yards now, and he's been a force to be reckoned with that long 78-yard touchdown run, and then just the bell cow here for them trying to run this clock out. You remember he was actually their backup running back. Ben Schulte got hurt early, like on the very first or second play of the game. Actually, it was on the kickoff.
Yeah, no, it was first play from scrimmage, but yeah, same difference.
There's a pass out. Going to be that was Wayman out there with that catch. 4-yard reception. Sets up 3rd and 1 for the Bobcats. Clock continuing to run down to 5:50. Handoff. Armenta's got the first down and then some. Down near the 20, about the 22. 1st and 10, Brookings. Now they get him down to the 21.
Yeah, Armenta with a nice 9-yard run there. Yeah, he does a great job. He's a very patient runner.
First down, Bobcat.
And yeah, if Schulte's the guy who earns the start, Brookings really lost a good player here, as well as Armenta's played this evening.
First and 10. Hansen in the shotgun, they're looking to throw. And he's going to get caught from behind and brought down. LeBrun comes up and gets the sack.
5-yard sack. Play by number 11. Luke LeBrun. Loss of 5.
Quarterback is Joel Spencerberg.
Second down.
Number 15. I looked at the wrong line.
That happened.
Jones Huntemer.
I'm pretty sure they made these lines smaller after this year.
He's a 6'. Yeah, this is my own sheet. So he's 6'2", 180-pound senior, and at quarterback. Again in shotgun, second and long, hand off to Armenta, and this time he's going to get down inside the 20, down about the 16, gain of about 10 yards. It's going to set up third and a long 4.
Colton Smith in on the tackle. Third down.
Yeah, this Brookings offensive line is doing a great job leaning on the Kernels. They're getting such forward momentum. It's making it hard for the linebackers to recognize anything.
I think that first play of the second half, you could just see it kind of just deflated the defense of the Kernels and the entire sideline.
Yeah, that was, just one missed assignment is all it takes.
Armenta, he's going to have the first down, and he's still running, trying to get to the outside there. He's drugged down by Skinner. But inside the 10, it'll be first and goal for Brookings, down at the 8-yard line.
A gain of 9. Skinner on the tackle.
Yeah, Armenta, just a nice patient run in a number 70, Carson Lohr out there for the Bobcats, just doing a great job picking up a linebacker, as well as Michael Nelson, the right guard over there, just really turning shoulders, giving nice creases for these backs to run through.
3 minutes and counting. Brookings have eaten up over 6 minutes on this drive. It started at their own 45, so it's not like it's been a long drive yardage-wise. There's a handoff, and up the middle is going to be brought down at about the 2 by Eidsness. Nice Otto Eidsness with the carry.
7-yard gain there for him.
They actually mark it at the 2, so
second and goal.
It'll be second and goal on the 7-yard gain. Or 6-yard gain, excuse me. Nearing the 2-minute mark. There's a handoff, and this time we got good penetration by the defense, and he's going to be stopped. No gain on the play. Maybe a yard for Eidsness.
Nice job by that Kernel front and really standing up that offensive lineman. There was nowhere for him to run.
Pushed that by number 66, Hayden Wood. Third and goal.
So it's now third and goal with a minute and a half remaining.
Kernel defense here trying to keep him out of the end zone.
And handoff up the middle, diving in, touchdown Bobcats. Eidsness with the touchdown. 1-yard touchdown run.
Nice play there. He just kind of patiently, a little bit of a low snap there. Nice job by Huntemer to get a handle on that and get that handoff and given to Edness. And yeah, just a nice patient run, just waiting to figure out where the soft spot was, where one of the offensive linemen got a little bit of push. And yeah, it looks like off that right side, the right guard was able to get a little bit of forward momentum, and he just dove in for the goal line right there behind him for the nice 1-yard touchdown run with 1:10 left for the Bobcats.
Extra point is fumble and the snap. Now they're just looking to chuck it up there, and it falls incomplete. So it'll remain 40-0. Brookings with the lead with 1:10 remaining. So that drive 7 minutes and 57 seconds with 45 yards.
Extra point's no good.
Point no good. 1-yard touchdown run by Otto Eidsness. And it's 40-0. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back. You're watching the Kernels on 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
It's been all Brookings here in the second half. Granted, it's still 40-0, but it seemed like a lot closer at first half as Kernels were able to move the ball and do a decent job of holding Brookings. But in the second half, Brookings has just ran away with it, literally and figuratively here. A long touchdown, a 78-yard touchdown run the first play of the second half, and really that, you just seen that just kind of deflated everybody on the Mitchell sideline. Yeah. Wright takes the kickoff. He's going to get it out to about the 40-yard line. Shot it on the run at about the 25.
Yep. Nice good head run there on that kickoff return. Try to get something positive going. And yeah, like you were saying, just that big play just took all the air out of the balloon of the Kernels, and then another big play on the next drive, and then they were able to get a couple first downs going, and now the Kernels were dug themselves a hole, and Brookings had all the momentum in that third quarter, spiraled out of control.
With it being 40-0, there is a running clock, so clock is running. This may be the last play of the game as a pass caught out to LeBron, and LeBron's taking out and running. He's got a good gain, but Brookings are going to stop the clock because Brookings player is down holding his knee, and he was down for a long time. Not the way you wanted the game to end for either side. I mean, to see a player go down and immediately clutching his knee.
Yeah, that was a 30-yard completion to LeBron. New quarterback Brady Hosing came in to do that for that completion.
And that is Alex Wainman. Number 2, I believe, is the player that's down. The 6'3" senior. It was either 2 or 7. I wasn't 100% sure. But either way, definitely not the way you wanted this game to end.
Yeah, I say Wainman he's one of their main targets for their offensive receiving, or one of their main receivers, and yeah, you just hate to see a kid get hurt on the last play like that.
I didn't see any Kernel near him. It almost like it was a non-contact injury, which is one of the worst that you could have.
Yep.
Because he was down, he was laying on the ground for probably a couple seconds before they're actually bringing out the cart already.
Yeah.
Not what you want to see. We'll take a timeout while they attend to the down Bobcat. We'll be back. You're watching the Kernels on 90 Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell Sports.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell sports.
They actually put an air cast on the Bobcat. I think it is waiting at number 2.
We're going to end the game.
That's going to be it was a running clock anyway. The clock was going to run out. There was only 11 seconds left. I don't think we would have been able to get the play off anyway. So that'll be the end of the ball game. Horrible way to end it. But Brookings gets the win 40-0 over the Mitchell Kernels. We'll come back. We'll run through the scoring and stats after this. We'll be back. You've been watching Mitchell Kernel football on Mitchell Telecom 90 Sports.
Think your Wi-Fi's fast? Think again! You can upgrade to our blazing Wi-Fi 6 router. No more buffering, no more waiting, just pure, absolute speed. How much speed? Mitchell Telecom Wi-Fi 6 turns up the heat by tripling your speed up to 750 megabits per second. And more speed means more gadgets, more streaming, and more gaming. Level up with our latest Wi-Fi 6 router and squeeze out every ounce of speed. Mitchell Telecom is going triple speed. Race over to MitchellTelecom.com today and upgrade your home to Wi-Fi 6.
Let's face it, your life is wireless. More devices and gadgets means you need more speed. Mitchell Telecom is fast, ridiculously fast. Harness that speed with home Wi-Fi from Mitchell Telecom. Stop rebooting your Wi-Fi router every week. With home Wi-Fi, you get the most reliable 5G connection to your home's devices, fully backed by our Wi-Fi experts. We set it up, we help manage, you play, watch, talk, surf, explore. Mitchell Telecom Home Wi-Fi. Faster, better, easier.
Help keep Mitchell a safe place to live, shop, and visit by reporting tips to Crime Stoppers.
You don't have to identify yourself, and a minimum reward of $250 is paid on all Crime of the Weeks solved by tips to Crime Stoppers.
There are lots of ways to report a crime. You can download the free P3 Tips app. Go to p3tips.com or by calling Crime Stoppers at 996-1700.
Let's all help keep Mitchell safe by reporting crime and helping investigators arrest those involved.
If you've checked your financial statements lately, you're wondering if you're making the right choices. Since no one can totally predict where the markets are headed, Dice Financial can create a long-term, sensible investment plan that'll fit your individual needs and comfort level. Whether it's a college savings plan or planning for retirement, call the winning team at Dice Financial Services.
Securities and advisory services through Osaic Wealth Incorporated. Member FINRA SIPC. Contact Dice Financial at 996-7171 or visit dicefinancial.com.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do.
Central Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Welcome to Channel 90, your home for Mitchell sports.
Welcome back here to Joe Quintal Field as we wrap things up here as the Brookings Bobcats gets the first win into the Carter Gordon era. He gets his first win as first-year head coach as they knock off the Kernels 40-0 here at Joe Quintal Field here on Kernel Bowl Saturday. Started off, Mitchell goes 3-and-out on the first possession. Brookings then takes a 9-play, 56-yard drive. Took 4 minutes, 25 seconds. And it ended on a 10-yard touchdown run by Bergen Tetzlaff. His first of 2 on the day. And the extra point was good. It was 7-0. Mitchell then took the ball and had a good possession, moved the ball for a while, but ended up turning it over on downs at the Brookings 21. Then Brookings ended up fumbling on the next possession, so Mitchell had good position to try to get into the end zone, get some points on the board, but they go 4 and out again. Turnover on downs. Brookings on their next possession went 3 and out. But then the Kernels got the ball, threw an interception.
Yeah.
And then Brookings ended up taking it. Took just over a minute. I believe it was 4 plays. Ended up going 76 yards. It was 39 because it was at the 61 yards. It was at the Brookings 39 when they got the ball. And it was a 22-yard touchdown reception, Anderson to Schneider. But it was a big pass to Tetzlaff that set that up. I believe it was some 60.
Yeah, about a 67 yard, something like that, yes.
And extra point was blocked by Mitchell, so it was 13-0. That's the way it went to the half. And Mitchell, you got to have a look. They had to have a little bit of confidence knowing they were still in that game. And it was only a 2-score game. And they were moving the ball fairly well. They got Brookings to stop a couple of times on the defensive side. Then Brookings come out in the first half. We said right away how big of a defensive series it was for the Kernels, but it only took 1 play. Brookings, Gus Armenta, 78-yard touchdown run, just took 13 seconds. Extra point was good, and it was 20-0, and you just seen the sideline just became deflated after that first play. Mitchell goes 3 and out. Brookings comes right back. 6-play, 61-yard drive. Took 2 minutes, 39 seconds. There was a 10-yard touchdown pass from Gavin Anderson to Ezra Edom. Extra point good, and it was 27-0, and the route was on. Mitchell fumbled it on the next possession. Brookings gets it back, and in 1:35, it was a 4-play, 41-yard touchdown drive. It was a 21-yard touchdown pass from Anderson to Tetzlaff, his second of the game. Extra point good. It was 34-0, and that's the way it stayed until 1:10 left in the ball game. There was a 7-minute, 57-second drive. I couldn't keep track of the number of plays it was, but it only went for 55 yards.
It was a place.
Yeah, and then it ended up being a 1-yard touchdown run by Otto Heisness. Extra point was botched, no good, and that ended your final score at 40-0. Brookings with the win. They improved to 1-1 on the year. Mitchell falls to 1-1. We'll take a look with Tyler's unofficial game stats.
Yeah, we'll start with the Kernels here for passing wise. Hartman goes 6 of 11 for 61 yards. Hosing did come in. Brady Hosing came in for he's 1-1 for 30 yards. Just in mop-up time there. The leading receiver was Luke LeBrun, 4 plays for 65 yards. Bessler also had 3 receptions for 26 yards. Rushing for the Kernels, the leading rusher ended up being Caden Allen, 7 rushes for 38 yards, and Kemp behind him with 9 rushes for 31 yards. Luke LeBron had 3 carries for 15 yards, and Bessler was 6 of 12. And Hartman ended up carrying the ball for 11 times. A couple big sacks really dropped down his rushing number. He ended up having negative 2 yards rushing on the night. As for Brookings, passing-wise, Anderson with 3 touchdowns. He was 10 of 13 for 198 yards. Hunter came in, completed a couple passes for 16 yards. Receiving, Tetzlaff with 1 receiving touchdown, 4 receptions for 96 yards. Edom with 4 receptions, 68 yards, 1 touchdown catch. And Schneider with 1 catch for 22 yards and a touchdown. And then rushing was, the story there was Armenta, 14 carries, 139 yards. And then Tetzlaff also with his the Wildcat formation, his 4 rushes for 50 yards. And Edness with 4 carries for 10 yards. That's all of note for the Bobcats rushing attack.
So Mitchell falls to 1-1. Brookings gets that first win. They improved to 1-1 here at the 40-0 win. Brookings with the win. Next action for Brookings will be next Friday at home against Aberdeen Central. Mitchell is on the road back out West River as they're taking on Spearfish, a team that's receiving votes in 11AA football. So another tough matchup next week as Kernels take on the Spartans up in Spearfish. So that'll wrap things up here from Joe Quintal Field. The Kernels fall to the Brookings Bobcats 40-0 after a rarely successful Kernel Bowl day for the Kernels. Volleyball wins. Soccer gets 2 wins. The girls and boys get the win, and girls tennis got a pair of victories here today during this Kernel Bowl here in Mitchell. But the boys football team, they fall 40-0. For Tyler Yunke, I'm Lyle Johnson saying good night from Joe Quintal Field.